Is this a weird enough camera angle? Probably, maybe not. I don't know. But I decided to do a video because I said I was thinking about a second video of April. So this is what that is. So yeah, let's begin this. Yes, I just paused my camera, walked up to it, and paused it because I can't edit my videos right now because I'm filming them on my phone and I haven't figured out I need to get a camera and all that stuff, which I'm planning to do really soon, which I've said before in my other videos, but I really mean it. I will be doing that. So without further ado, I wanted to talk about books that I don't like. So, books that I don't like. The reason why I wanted to do this video is because I just felt like doing it, quite honestly. And that's just the gist of this. So, the first book I want to talk about is going to be very controversial. And I'm pretty sure that not too many people are going to like it. But I'm going to say it anyway. I did not like The Book Thief. It seemed like everybody loved that book too, which I have respect. It's okay if you like that book. That's fine. But for me, I was so confused about what was going on, and I didn't get that Death was the narrator. My teacher at the time had to tell me because I had no idea what perspective it was coming from. And not only that, I just thought it was very slow and very drawn out, and I just didn't like it. And then another book that I didn't like is Wuthering Heights. My mom, when I was homeschooled, made us read that, and I was so bored, I could not get into it. So I read the Spark Notes. You guys know what Spark Notes are? Are you in that generation to know what Spark Notes are? Because I Spark Noted Wuthering Heights. Because I was like, it was just so boring, and I was like, I can't get into this. And again, like I've said, it's okay if you like that book, but just for me personally, I could not get drawn into it. I don't know what it was. I think part of it was that I was confused a lot of about stuff that was going on in the book, so I lost interest very quickly. Another book that I did not like is We Always Lived in a Castle. Have you read that? Do you know what? I don't even know who that's by. I don't know who the other books are by either. So, but do you know We've All Lived in a Castle? Something to that effect. I did not like that book at all. And I can't even remember the story well enough to tell you why I didn't like it, because it's been so long ago since I've read it. But I remember distinctly that I really did not like that book. So, yeah. Another one, House on Mango Street. And again, I think it's because I didn't understand a lot of it, which I understood that it was talking from a person that was growing up in a ghetto's point of view, which I understood that. But since it was in that way, I wished what the book would have done, or the author would have done, was write the ghetto version of, and then write the translation to it, so I would understand what was going on. I think, now that I come to think of it, most of the books that I'm not interested in are because I do not understand what's going on. Like, my brain does not have the capacity to go into it. And what's funny is I've read complex books before, like more complex. Like A Tale of Two Cities is in pretty like in a pretty older English time. So like you'd think that since I got that and I love A Tale of Two Cities, that I would understand some of these books, but for some reason my brain will not does not comprehend these things. Another book that I didn't like was The Kite Runner. I thought it was way too graphic and just disturbing and just sad. So I just really did not like that book because of all the depressing things in it. And just, it was just such a sad book and there was nothing redeeming in it. You know how most books have like maybe just a glimmer of hope. It didn't even have a glimmer of hope in that book. And it just was so sad. And although that made it a very real it made it a very real story and whatever, but it was just too much for me to handle. Trying to think of other books that I don't like. Um, there's been a plethora, let me tell you. Um, oh, oh, Rebecca. Was another book I did not like, but I personally have a really hard time identifying with romance novels. I just don't care for romance novels. I think they're very, forgive me for saying this, very cheesy and normally, but there are some romance stories that I'm okay with. I'm okay with if there is a plot, if there's another plot in with the love story. I'm okay with that. But when you start bringing in just all romance all the time, I can't deal. Like I can't deal. So that that's why I didn't like Rebecca. Was it was just eh. And I just didn't like the dynamic between her and this guy, and then all that stuff happening, and just no. And just for me personally, I just did not care for it. I'm trying to think of anything else that any other books that I just really disliked. Trying to think because I've had quite a few books that I didn't like. Trying to think. Most of them I noticed are when they were required reads for school. Oh, Shakespeare. I don't like Shakespeare. I just can't identify with his stuff. I don't like Romeo and Juliet. I didn't like that. I just there's just a disconnect for me in that. Um, Another one is Animal Farm by George Orwell. It just it was so I understood the political stuff. I understood the story, but I just the writing style was not for me, and I just honestly didn't like the fact they were all animals. I know that's part of the story because there's a deeper meaning to why they're animals in the story, but I didn't like it. Like if you're gonna give me talking animals, I want the story to be like Narnia. I know that sounds really cliche and kind of stupid, but like I don't want to hear. And I'm not huge into politics. I don't really. I have this issue with politics, and I'm not going to get into where my stance is on political stuff, but yeah, I did not like that book. Um, didn't like Lord of the Flies either. Um, because I thought it was kind of barbaric and stuff, which was the point of the story, but I just didn't like the writing style, didn't care for the story, and so yeah. But like I said, I have noticed that most of the books that I don't like were required reads in school. Like me reading on my own, most of the stuff that I pick out to read, I like. Um, there are those rare times when I pick out something that I think is going to be good because I read the back of the book or I read the inside, where they have the little blurb to tell you what the book is about. Um, that I go off that and I think, oh, I'm gonna love it. This is gonna be a great book. But then I find out that, it was hyping me up to this great storyline and it falls through. And it's very disappointing. But that doesn't happen to me a lot, like I said. So yeah, that is the rest of my video. If I think of any other ones, I will probably talk about it in the future. Um, so yeah, if you like this video, press the like button and subscribe and all that stuff. And I will see you in the next video, whenever that is. I'm still figuring out if I'm gonna stick with this 2 videos a month. That was 3. I clearly cannot count or talk. 2 videos a month. I'm not sure if that's what I'm gonna do or not, but I'm gonna try for it, and I'm gonna try getting a camera and all that stuff sorted out so these are a little better quality. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.